the MMA versus boxing discussion. The age-old debate whether boxing and MMA are completely different sports, like basketball and soccer, and whether what many people believe, boxer would beat MMA fighter in a boxing ring, and an MMA fighter would be a boxer in a boxing ring. While that may be true, 99.9% of the times, I don't really agree with it because I feel like it's not two different sports. Mixed martial arts is a mixture of all combat sports. So a boxer can box in an MMA ring if they learn other skills, but an MMA fighter can never wrestle in a boxing ring unless maybe you could say he could maybe have a better understanding of clinch control and stuff, and maybe could do some dirty boxing, but they wouldn't really be able to wrestle in Muay Thai or kick or none of that stuff. So it's not the same difference. And my opinion on it is that both are respectable sports, but I think MMA is a superior sport, and that excuse of like a boxer, MMA fighter to come to a boxing ring doesn't make sense. While they can oblige the boxer by doing that, I think in reality, what you're saying in the MMA ring is saying who's the best fighter, period, not who's the best boxer. Or the boxing ring is saying who's the best boxer, not like who's the best all-around fighter. Like allow free roam to do whatever, who would win, and not just who's the best specialist. That's how I feel about the two. So this all has been brought about over many years, and people saying boxing getting old and MMA is a new thing, and a lot of boxers mad about that, and a lot of MMA fighters. MMA, a lot of boxing fans are mad about that, and a lot of MMA fans are saying that it's over, and then it's like constant debates on threads and comment sections, thousands and thousands of comment sections. My opinion is that boxing MMA is like the next level as far as you want to do with a free roam. While I like boxing, I would say MMA is a superior sport, but I think boxing has a beauty to itself that's by being a pure sport of one particular craft. Just like you watch kickboxing or karate or stuff, those are pure crafts, or taekwondo and these such things. Those are pure crafts. That's the beauty of that. You can see people learn one particular craft and learn different avenues to improve a singular craft. Mixed martial arts' beauty in that it blends all the different crafts, and you can see different things blending, and you can see all things combined. Who you could imagine is the best fighter at that weight class in the world. That's my take on it. I think both sports good. I like both boxing and MMA. MMA is my favorite sport, but I respect both crafts. And also my feeling about transitioning. I think a lot of boxers, even though they are wary of MMA and they saying like they're scared of takedowns and this, or try to say it's gay or stuff like that, I feel like boxers shouldn't be really afraid of should see it as an opportunity to cross over, especially younger fighters. Because in boxing, like it's not like you're gonna come to MMA and like you're gonna get laid on. You probably will, but if you train it, I feel like a lot of boxers could expand MMA and grow it into the striking range even more than it already has been growing. If they learn to take down stuff, they could take advantage of a lot of the openings that people that aren't from that striking backgrounds, who are grapplers trying to be strikers, and they could be effective. Because there are a lot of champions that came from striking backgrounds that have become champions in the UFC, so it's not like no excuse to be like, I'm a boxer, I can't be no MMA fighter. Well, I say you could say it's kind of an excuse for a MMA fighter that they go into boxing because they might just be a straight up wrestler, or I come from a grappling background, so it's a complete different change. Whereas in boxing, they wouldn't have to give up boxing when they come to MMA. They could box MMA. They just had to find ways to implement their boxing. And my final take on this is like, who has the better crossover tip? I think boxers, MMA fighters probably, as far as who will win an MMA fighter, obviously, but 99% of the time in a real fight. But as far as who would cross over the best, I think actuality, I think boxers could cross over the best, especially young boxers could cross over the best because of all that training and they have plenty of youth and time to grow as fighters, and they could have be a specialist at one craft, and they could go in there and learn the stuff that they don't learn enough that they could implement their boxing and be huge threats for and possibly win world titles in MMA. Whereas a MMA fighter is a specialist of many, a master of none in most cases, and then most of them aren't really come from straight striking backgrounds, or they don't have the skills or experience to really be a threat to the top tier boxers. So in an actual boxing ring. So I say if a boxer come over, a young, experienced, top talented boxer comes over, he could become a world champion. Just like even people that may not even be the best strikers in their sport could come over to the MMA and they have become world champion. So what's to say that cream of the crop strikers can't come over from like boxing or any other thing and become world champions? Well, K1 strikers, cream of the crop K1 fighters have come over. I think cream of the crop boxers had kind of came over when they were way past their prime, and they just kind of either didn't respect the sport or they were too old to really learn the basic stuff that needed the sport to grow as much as they needed so they could be effective. That's my take. I think all in all, I'll say that a mixture of both sports combining or crossing over is beneficial for both sports, and I think that many boxers should start coming. Many boxers and any striker should be open to coming to MMA, and they should expand the striking game. Grapplers have come over and expanded the grappling game in MMA, and then as more different arts come and become open to MMA, it only makes MMA even better by having more different skill sets and more level of skill in these different leagues in MMA. That's my take, and I'm out.